Good.
All right, welcome back, everybody. We're about to wrap up that last week of the regular season this week, and we're back in the house again on Football Fan Talk. I'm your humble host, Big G.
Boy, Raider playoff list, Mike, this year.
We stay hype over here.
But it's all good.
We stay hype. Raider later in the building. Let's go.
And the young architect back at it again, man.
All right, like I said, it's the regular season wrap up. About to get in these playoffs this week. And last week it was a pretty good week, man. Let's see, the architect took the title again, 11-5.
Sure.
I was tied with you, 11-5, but Lions beat the Packers Monday night, so you got me there. Raider lady came in at 8-8. Raider Mike 10-6.
Rough.
I should have took Tom. I should have put them Bird boys. I was going to, but yeah, I'd have been 11.
All right, man. So one more game. You have to go over that last regular season week, and let's see what we got from that, man. We'll start off with Architect. Give me your takes from last week's games, that final week.
First off, I want to give a shout out to Lovie Smith for solidifying the Bears with the number 1 pick. You know what I'm saying? Big applause to him because he knew at the end of this year he was no longer going to be the head coach of the Texans. So he was like, "What's one final thing I can do?" And he came out and said it. He was like, "We play football to win." You know what I'm saying? And that's what you do. I don't care if you tank him for the first pick, whatever. I even go back to when the whole Andrew Luck thing when the Colts were like, I think they went 1-13, but they were really trying to go 0-14 to solidify it. But basically, the coaches and the players were like, "Nah, f that, we're gonna win." And I like that.
I told you they was gonna win.
The Lions, man. What can I say? Next year, watch out. You know what I'm saying? You want to talk about a team who's on the up and up? That's definitely one. Didn't necessarily see anything too crazy as far as everything else kind of played out for me as far as my predictions. I say, I didn't see the Dolphins only scoring 11 points. That kind of scares me for them going into the playoffs, especially with Tua being injured.
Exito.
Seahawks, I feel like they're kind of down to earth now. They kind of set into kind of who they were. The Commanders giving a shellacking to the Cowboys. And realistically, looking at, and I'm gonna touch on the Raiders Chiefs game. If I'm being honest, I'm all for I feel like sometimes things are needed, but if going for it and Jared Stidham's the quarterback, I don't necessarily know how that's gonna work because it was kind of a lot in the same as far as not really being able to score the ball, defense not really being able to stop anybody. So I think on both sides there needs to be something's got to happen. I don't necessarily know what that is. We'll see how this offseason is going to go. And then lastly, I'll touch on the Niners, man. I mean, they're riding into the playoffs with a 10-game win streak. I mean, can't really say too much about that. That defense is fucking stout. You know what I'm saying? Brock Purdy, he does look really good. I feel like if he was playing like this and he played the entire season, we're looking at the rookie of the year. You know what I'm saying? Offensive rookie of the year. But I think going into the playoffs, the Niners have a lot of steam ahead of them, and we'll see how that goes.
Okay. Well, I'll go next. We'll let our two Raider experts go last because I have a feeling they're going to have a whole lot to say about that silver and black. So mine will be a lot shorter. We'll take away the Cowboys, man. I don't even know what to expect going into this week because I just don't like that lackluster attitude. I don't like people who can turn it on, turn it off. And I think Micah, he bought into the dang hype, man. I watched him a few downs, like not just last week, but the week before. He takes plays off, man. And, I don't want to hear any more comparisons with him and LT. Stop that shit. You know what I'm saying? That LT don't take plays off, man. He didn't take plays off. So I don't want to hear that shit no more. It's show me something. He's talking again this week. you know what I mean, running his mouth like he about to do something on Monday. So I don't know, because I will get into that later as far as the matchup, but I'm like, that let me down. You know what I mean? I was expecting them to come out and be solid, because a solid team should pull out wins, you know, even when they're not on their best game. So I was just like, you know, we'll see about that. And then as far as everything else, man, I was glad to see Pittsburgh pull out that win so they can get Tomlin over 500. Although it was against Deshaun, I wanted to see him make some progress as the season went on. But, you know, you can't expect too much. The man was off damn near 2 years. You know what I mean? So it is what it is. Another one that was disappointing, Tennessee. You know, game was on the line. You know, the rookie, not the rookie, second year, Prince Charming took him down. So, you know, it's going to be some interesting things going forward, you know. But other than that, you know, I don't have much about last week. Niners look good. I mean, their front seven is all that. The back end, we'll see. If a quarterback has time to throw the ball against them, we'll really see what they're made of, because the secondary is horrible. But other than that, I've got nothing. Raider lady,
Yeah.
give it to us. I know you got something for us.
Yeah, I'm gonna be quick with that one because I have you know, I want to lay it in for the Raiders at the end of this season, their season. Vikings, like I said, they ignite they just so, I don't know what to make of them, but I like them for some reason. I like Minnesota. I like their level of explosiveness, but you know, sometimes it all depends on which Kirk Cousin you getting, and you know, but I like that team. I like another one that's just highly consistent is the Bengals. 6-1 at home, took care of business at the house. You need that. I just like the way they structured. I like that young quarterback. I like Macaulay Culkin. He can he calm, man. I mean, what I look for in quarterbacks is something that's not measured in touchdowns and shit necessarily. It is your moxie. It is your calmness. It is your, you know what I'm saying? It's your ability to process quickly. And he got that. And to me, that's what renders the it factor outside of your physical tools as a quarterback. And yeah, I like that. And the other team that I like watching, I'm just talking about teams I like, is the Commanders. So we'll see what happens with that squad. They finished the year 8-8. I mean, to me, they battled all year. Yeah. So, but let me just go real quick into my Raiders things. You know, I love the Raiders. I love them with a passion. I'm glad that it's a new era. I'm glad that Derek is gone, because it was time. 9 years. He gave Raiders great service for the best of his ability in dealing with what he dealt with on this team. But I just don't want people to act like he had nothing, that he played with bare bones, because he did not. Okay, the year 2016, 2017, people forget he had the best offensive line in football. All right, he threw a lot of touchdowns, a lot of back shoulder fades to Crabtree and those guys. But my point being is that he didn't play with bare bones. For as much culpability as that defense and the organization has, it's been plenty of times that man did not deliver for all the extra games and game-winning touchdowns. But during the course of his 9-year career, he bears a lot of it too. So I'm glad that era is here and that they're actually trying to build something, because you have to be able to build. And if you ain't never built shit, then you understand, like, this team has been money poor for hella long. They finally worth billions of dollars. They finally got cash flow. You know what I'm saying? So you have to bring in people who know how to build an organization. And for me, this is finally happening. And you have to have levels of stick to itness. You have to be willing to stick to it and have a vision and have a plan. And that shit don't always hit right off the bat. And that's what it didn't do. It didn't hit. And so what they did was get rid of the person who they think did not have the mentality to take them any further than where they've been. Mentality, moxie, calmness, grit. For all the physical shit that he's able to do, I don't think he has it. He don't pass the eye test for me and many other people too. I'm just, but I'm glad it's a new era. We're gonna see what they do. That's all we can do is see what they do. But I ain't mad at none of these moves. I ain't mad.
Okay, man, I will have to say that was a very professionally stern dissertation. You know what I'm saying? I like that, firm but fair. And, very.
I just think there needs to be some equilibrium within the nation, man. Just like a little bit.
That's some valid points. I like that. You know what I mean? Maya, chapter 2.
Well, I'm gonna get on that, but first I just want to, I'm gonna congratulate them Jags. I didn't think that they were that good at the beginning of the season, but this is what a good coach will do, a good quarterbacks coach will do, a good teaching coach will do for a second-year quarterback. Look, Trevor Lawrence looked like he's back at Clemson. He looks comfortable in that offense. He got it. He got the ice in his veins right now because he got that confidence built and instilled into him from this coach that he can go out there and win the game when the game is on the line or when they need points. I mean, I see that now. If you haven't been watching these last 5 or 6 weeks, he got it. He got it. He got his mojo. He wouldn't have his mojo when he was last year with old kick you in the kicking the field goal kicker in the leg or the ass, whatever. What's his name did? Urban kick you when you're down, Myers. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. So I got to give them. I got to give it to him. I was a Trevor Lawrence fan, and I'm still am. So, and that was a good game. Dallas did let me down because when I seen that score, I didn't know what. I was like, what? But there still is hope. They are like 6 or 7-1 after an outright loss. So Gregory, you can have some encouragement on that. But now let's get to
up with hope and down with dope.
Nah, but they're gonna be all right against Tampa. But the Raiders, my thing is this: I knew change was gonna happen. I get that. Well, I don't hear what Lady Raider was saying, but Derek Carr, he had some. I'm not gonna say it's not all on him. It's some of what they trying to do this year just didn't fit him. The offense didn't fit him, and we've seen the struggles in it. If you think about it, any other offense he's been in, he ain't never struggled. I mean, far as getting that ball out of his hand and, just having confidence and just, there's quarterbacks that have it. You know what I'm saying? He just didn't have it this year. He ain't never really had a defense though. So I'm gonna give him no excuses. He never had a damn defense. All our defenses were just plain shit. 26 defense was the best one because they didn't stop everybody all the time, but they stopped everybody when they had to. And that's why they had success. That's why he was 12-4 and he was on fire. But like I said, I was a Derek Carr supporter. I like Derek Carr as a player. I like him as the God first man. But I think he was just a little too nice maybe. And I think he maybe should have been a little bit more assertive, with his players, with his teammates, and really, because I know him and Waller had that beef, him and Jacobs, all this stuff. I don't care about none of that. You needed to go to them and talk, get that shit straight like a man, because Waller's targets started falling off, and I saw that. If you didn't notice that for the last 2 years, the targets fell off, right? They had this rift, right? So
I ain't on the radar inside. I know.
I'm on the inside, and I know that there was a rift.
Heard the rumors of it.
Mm-hmm. No, it was no rumor. It was true. That is why. That's another reason why. I mean, I hate that he got to go. I mean, I didn't buy his damn jersey, but I wish him well. But I'm not going to fault him for everything. This just wasn't the right offensive system for this year for him. But we'll truly see. He's a good quarterback, but I don't know about great. He's gonna have to prove that wherever else he go.
Sometimes with change, man,
it might be better for him.
It's gonna be some tough decisions, man. You know what I'm saying?
But the coach made a tough decision. Like I said, I don't like that. I don't like New England West here. I don't. But you got New England West, not New England East. This is New England West. And I don't, like I said, but I will give him the benefit of the doubt for trying to do. He did something that shook the whole team up. And I got to give him, he got balls to do that. You know what I'm saying? But now the bigger balls is going to see if he can get this team where it needs to be, because if we can't lower in a free agent quarterback, then we're going to have to go with Stidham. I don't think he's the answer, but Strauss is, because Strauss going to be waiting for us at 7. So that's all I got to say. We don't have Strauss, and we let him play for 2 years. And that's what I see.
Oh, y'all
That's
getting him. She
They
what,
said
what number?
number 7. They
Yeah,
said
man.
He ain't
He gonna
lasting
be
this.
there at 7.
He going top 5, bro.
But
I mean, you
watch.
got to go up and get the person you want. If you want him, you got to
We're gonna
go
go
up.
up
You got to
and
go
get
up
him.
and get him.
We're gonna go
That's
get
what you
him
want.
because we're gonna go get him because we got him because we need him. That's it. That's all I gotta say.
Okay. Well, shoot, man, we got some big games this week, boy. It's going down, Jack. You know what I mean? We're gonna get right on into it. First game, I ain't waiting to do the Niners last, Cowboys last night. We going straight into it. Niners, they first on deck. They got the first game Saturday, opening up the playoffs. Seahawks visiting the Niners. Niners favored by 9.5. Man,
Right.
so you got the Seahawks offense ranked 13th, defense number 26. 49ers, 5th ranked offense, number 1 ranked defense. Seahawks are 0-5 against the NFC in their last 5 games against the spread. Seahawks are 1-7 against the spread in their last 8 games overall. 49ers are 4-0 in their last 4 Saturday games. Guess what? 49ers, they have swept the Seahawks so far this year. And the 49ers were the best team against the spread this year as a favorite. They were 10-5 against the spread, and they won by an average of 10.2 points. So with all that said, Raider Lady, is it going to be a big upset this week, or the Niners going to take them down?
Man, I want to first give my first postseason or pre-postseason award out for comeback player of the year to Geno. Geno deserves comeback player of the year, or if they want to call it most improved player, which one, he deserves that.
Yeah, he set a franchise record for passing yards.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Right. I was tripping when I heard that too. I'm like, damn, that Russ didn't hold that record. Like I said, it was a run heavy, and he made plays when he had to. So just shout out for sitting in as a number 2 quarterback for 4 seasons, maybe 4 or 5 seasons since the Jets. Right? Man, I mean, so I give him props for that. With that being said, it's hard to beat a team 3 times in a row. It's difficult. It's difficult to do, but the Niners are just that much better. They real tapped in. They real dialed in. Like Architect said, 10-game winning streak. It's going to be hard unless they can turn Purdy over. And so far, nobody's done it. Nobody's made him turn it over and over. Have turnovers in critical situations. He hasn't folded yet. So if they don't do that, San Francisco wins. So being that San Francisco wins, I got San Francisco.
49ers. All right. Raider Mike, who you liking this game, man?
Oh, I just say it's going to be wet. It's going to be rainy. It's going to be a closer game than they think. I just think whoever runs the ball best going to win this game, because if it gets sloppy out there and wet, Seattle does have a little fighting chance because if they can run the football. And Geno can make enough plays. But 49ers, I still take the 49ers because that defense, it's going to be too much to overcome, I think, for Seattle. But only way, if it's just got to be soaking wet out there, it's got to rain for Seattle to have a chance. Because if it's just drizzle or sprinkle, ain't going to be a chance in hell in that game. I'm sorry. I'll take the Niners. I mean, I feel that, they won 10 games. I never thought I'd be saying this. They do got a damn good defense. We cracked score on them now. If they can score 34 on them like we did, then they got action. They can put it up that high, but I doubt they're not going to be able to do it. I'll take the Niners.
Okay. Architect.
Yeah, I'm going with the Niners. You talk about someone playing with confidence. You look at Brock Purdy, who comes into that basically, he's again Mr. Irrelevant. All he had to do, you know what I'm saying, was hold the wheel straight while somebody else told him to touch the gas pedal. You know what I'm saying? And that's what the Niners defense is doing. And if you look at it, Seattle hasn't been since they last played the Niners, they have not scored 20 points. You know what I'm saying? or
Yeah.
24 plus points or something like that. You know what I'm saying? That's supposed to be a top offense. Last time they played, DK Metcalf got shut down. You know what I'm saying? I think the one highlight, alluded to Raider Mike's point, is that Kenneth Walker, I think in the last 3 games, have had 100 plus yards. But the Niners have the number 1 rush defense. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't care. It could be, at this. Look, I'm riding with the Niners, man. That confidence that they have right now, they poised to definitely win this game.
Yeah, man. It's not going to be too pretty out there, man. I think if it does rain, Seattle still doesn't have a chance because the Niners, like you said, they stop the run. They do that. You're not going to be able to run the ball. The game against the Raiders was an anomaly. That's almost like a rivalry game. That's like
that was just like a passing game too.
Yeah, it was like Alabama, Auburn. No matter who's better, you know what I mean? It's going to be a game. You know what I mean? It's just like a rivalry game. So I put that as an anomaly. And plus, the Raiders always pull one out of the ass somewhere in a season. You know what I mean? So you look at the last time Kenneth Walker, which he is playing better. You know what I mean? He's running the ball. Last time he played the Niners, though, he had 12 rushes for 47 yards.
Exactly.
And Niners, what they do is run the ball. You know what I mean? Whether it's Debo, whether it's McCaffrey, and then they got Elijah Mitchell coming back. It could get ugly. You know what I mean? I definitely don't think it's going to be close. Just me personally. I don't see it on no level. Geno, I'll give him credit. He's had a great year, but I think right now Bosa, he's hot, man. He made his push to Defensive Player of the Year. I just think Seattle does not have a chance. So I will be taking them 49ers in this one, as much as it may pain me to say. Next up, we got this game is going to be this is a 50-50 game, I think, out of here. We ain't all picking the same team. We got Chargers -2.5 visiting the Jags. Chargers with that number 9 offense and number 20th ranked defense, and the Jags with the number 10th ranked offense and number 24 ranked defense. Now the Jags they had the Chargers their worst loss of the year this year at 38-10. They gave them a nice little shellacking. The Chargers are 4-0-1 against the spread in the last 5 games, though. And the Jags, though, are 5-1-1 against the spread in their last 7 games versus the AFC. But when these two teams meet, Chargers are 9-1 against the spread in the last 10 games. So, Raider Mike, who you like in this game, brother?
The Jags. I think I might take the Jaguars this game because they at home. They have been playing relatively better. I just think that they're the hotter team right now. And I'm not saying that, the Chargers, they show flashes and then they don't show it, and that's not because of our division. It's not because of that. I just think, I just got a funny feeling about that game. I don't normally pick first-time playoff quarterbacks, but the way he playing with confidence, and the Chargers will let you in the game, even if they do catch a lead. They always seem to let a team back in the game. And I think that'll be the wrong team to let back into the game. I'll take my one upset because we can't all go with the favorites. I got to go with the Jags.
Okay. Architect, who you like?
I think this is a game where I almost said Justin Herbert proves that he is one of those quarterbacks. You know what I'm saying? He finally got his team to the playoffs.
He don't.
I think he goes in. I think he goes into Jacksonville and he gets revenge on that ass whooping that the Jags gave him. You know what I'm saying? So you look at it now. He plays his best when Keenan Allen is healthy, and what do you know? Keenan Allen is very much so healthy and playing this game. Austin Eckler is looking good, and
how's Williams though with that back?
He's questionable. I'm not sure. I'm sure if it's not too serious, he'll play. Palmer's also another
he's
threat.
gonna play, but I don't know.
Play.
But the thing is too, this year the Jags defense have been giving up the most yards to tight ends, and you know what I'm saying, Gerald Everett, who isn't one of those top guys, but he is very much one of those tight ends that you have to look out for. So I'm looking forward to seeing the Chargers getting revenge.
Okay. I'll go up next. We'll let Raider Lady wrap this one up. Man, you know what? I'm gonna go with the Chargers, man. I think in line with what you were saying, I think this is the year Herbert is. I mean, we're all on that freaking. Let's stop the hype. Show me something. It's his chance. Like even today, man, I was looking at some things where they're rating the top 5 quarterbacks going into the future. Of course, they put Mahomes number 1. They put it was Mahomes 1, Burrow 2, Josh Allen 3, Herbert 4. I'm like, all right, man, you guys keep on shining up this freaking toy, man. Is this motherfucker gonna work? You know what I mean? Like he's got to show something at some point. I think the defense, they have players on the first and third level. I don't know what their linebackers look like, but you got Bosa and Mack on that front line. Then you got Derwin James back in. So I think the Jags are a year away. Halfway through the year, they started to turn it up and they got on the roll, but you can't forget, man. Shit, before last week, the Chargers, they didn't go all out and try to win that last game. So before that, they had won 4 in a row. So they're a hot team also. So, we're going to find out. We're going to find out what Herbert's made of. Let's see. You real or you fake, man? Ready, lady, what do you say?
Yeah, this game, I'm taking the Jaguars. And here's my my case for them. Even though I'm not a big what's his name? I can't even think of his name. Trevor Lawrence. I'm not big on Trevor Lawrence, but to me, they have the two cornerstones that give San Diego trouble, which is a good runner, which Travis Etienne is. They can't stop the run at all. You can run right at Bosa. He's not a run stopper. And Khalil Mack has regressed, or just because of age in his run, you could always kind of run at him. They don't stop the run. And so if you're able to get, your chunks here and there, your 4 or 5 yards, and then Christian Kirk can take advantage of that. You can take advantage of them. Their DBs are not stout. They don't have the Jackson guy never played this whole year. So they can be had on defense. Only thing you can see if they do is, try to come down, put Durin in the box. But I think you have shots. And if you make them shots, you can beat them. To me, they're not the hallmark of a physical football team. To me, they're just not. And I think if you can pop them in the mouth, you hit them a couple of times hard in the mouth, they'll give you opportunities to beat them. This is why up until this year, they're average. They have an average team with a lot of hype. So I think that's gonna be the upset of this playoffs.
Man, I smell some AFC West hate going
Absolutely,
on.
Absolutely. But at the same time, I just made my case for the Jaguar. I can't deal with two votes.
Well, it is for me. It's just about. It's not about hate. It's about. I'm just seeing opportunity.
I see. All right, man. Next up, I think we have our lopsided game of the week. We have the Dolphins visiting the Bills. Bills favored by 13.5. Dolphins with the number 6 ranked offense, but down to the first string quarterback, and the number 18 ranked defense versus the Bills, the number 2 ranked offense and the number 6 ranked defense. The Bills are 10-1 versus the Dolphins in their last 11 games in Buffalo. The Dolphins are 0-4 against the spread in their last 4 playoff games. Bills are 1-4 against the spread versus a team with a winning record. But the Dolphins are 3-7-1 against the spread in their last 11 in Buffalo. So they're 3-7-1 in their last 11 there. In Buffalo, just straight up, just 10-1 their last 11 in Buffalo, that is. So, Architect, Miami gonna come up with the third string quarterback or what?
You ever seen it? Yeah, I know you saw that movie Any Given Sunday, but they ain't got Willie Beeman back there. Shit, I'm going with Buffalo, man. Dad's team and Willie Beeman. I'll mess around, might take Miami. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, yes. Raider lady, who you like?
I'm gonna have to double down on that. This is where the motorboat right there. They're just going up and down the field. That's what I see. Motorboat. They about to be
Yeah.
so. Yeah, Bengals in the big. I mean, Bills in the big way.
Yeah, yeah. Raider Mike.
Well, they not. If they had Tua, they might be able to do it, but they ain't. Since he ain't playing, I mean, it's unfortunate that they got to go through third string quarterback and they're going to get clobbered.
I know
It's going to be called Clobber Lane.
it is messed up because you know
It's
what I'm
messed
saying.
up. So they just got fed to the wolves. They just got
Yeah, I
fed
mean,
to
if
the
you
wolves right now.
you
And
fight all year long to get in the playoffs, and
you get
then
to the
this
playoffs
happens.
and then about to get a shellac.
Exactly.
They finna get it because that quarterback is not gonna be able to get it done. It's impossible to even think for him unless he pull a Kurt Warner out his ass, and he ain't Kurt Warner.
Yeah, I mean, the tough thing is gonna be because it's in Buffalo, man. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna
That's
be
another
cold
thing. That's
shit.
what I'm saying. It's cold. It's gonna be in Buffalo. That too, but he ain't Kurt Warner. Kurt Warner's the only one. Like I didn't think the Rams gonna be able to do it the year one. Dick Vermeil said we will play good football, and God damn it, damn it, he was right.
Yeah, man. Oh, we have another enigma game. We got a nice one right here. We got them Giants visiting Vikings. Vikings favored by 3 points. Giants with number 18 ranked offense, number 25th ranked defense. Vikings number 7th ranked offense, number 31 ranked defense.
Ooh.
Now, Giants are 4-0 against the spread in their last 4 games on the road, and they're 9-1 in their last 10 playoff road games. Favorite, which will be the Vikings, is 6-1 against the spread in the last 7 meetings between these two teams. And the Giants, they were the best. Like the Niners were the best against the spread as a favorite, but the Giants were the best against the spread, period, at 10-2 against the spread and 6-1 against the spread on the road, man. But the Vikings, let's see, they have the most overs as far as the league this year, which means freaking they score points, they give them up. Average total points in their games is 50.1. And last but not least, Kirk Cousins is 12-20 in primetime games. So that being said, I'll rock this one first. You know what? This is Raider might call for the Jags and for the upset, and Raider lady, I'm going with the Giants. It's my upset in this one. I think the Giants, they only lost to the Vikings by 3 points on the 61-yard field goal the first time they played in Minnesota. So I think this time, Giants, they're coming off their rest. They rested everybody last week coming in. I think they pull it off, man. I think old Dayball, you know what I mean? He's going to have them rolling. So
you was over there looking through my notes, huh? That's crazy.
Man, you know what I'm saying? I breaks it down sometimes. Raider lady, you liking this one?
I like Minnesota in this game, and I like Minnesota in this game because Denny, that passing offense, you got to be able to make some throws in the playoffs. You're going to have to make some, you're going to have to make some big throws. And
you don't think Danny got no dimes, huh?
I mean, I like that team though. I was kind of riding with the Giants pretty much all year, but in this situation, like them be some of them third downs you got to make, and I just don't know if he can do it right now. They're like 27th in passing, something like that. And so I'm gonna listen to the stats on this one, and I'm going with the home team. I'm gonna go with Minnesota.
Okay. Raider Mike.
Well, I don't think Danny got enough dimes. I think all the dimes fell out of his pocket, Gregory. He can't put no change in the meter. The meter is on expired, and so is the Giants. The meter is going to be expired, and the Giants going to be expired because there's too much Justin moving on up Jefferson.
He's definitely going to get his.
Yeah, and then you got Thielen. They can run the ball. They can throw the ball. All Kirk Cousins got to do is not throw it to the opposite jersey. And
asking a lot.
I got the Vikings. I just think that they have more talent. And I think the talent is what's going to win this game, because if it comes down to just a shootout, passing the ball, that favors the Vikings. It don't favor the Giants.
Okay. Can't argue that. Architect.
I'll take the Giants as well. I think Kirk Cousins is going to Kirk Cousins, if I'm being honest.
I think he get through the first game, but he might turn back into a punk in the second.
The last time I saw a miracle happen in Minneapolis, they had Case Keenum at quarterback.
They ain't gonna have to need no miracle this time.
Yeah, I think it's gonna take a miracle because I just don't trust Kirk Cousins, especially under them bright lights, man.
Yes.
It's time to validate. It's the same as Herbert. It's time for Cousins been in the game longer, but it's just time to validate himself.
Jefferson offensive MVP. By the way.
In a loss, yes.
1,800 yards. 1,800 yards. He doesn't have the TD to match. He should. He should have about 15 to 16 touchdowns, but he only has like 8. But
Yes.
1,800 yards receiving. That's a lot. That boy is bad.
We have another game where injuries are gonna play a big part in them. We have the Ravens visiting the Bengals. Bengals favored by 10. Ravens with number 16 ranked offense, number 10 ranked defense. Bengals number 8 ranked offense, 16th ranked defense. The Ravens, the defense has played better. They have the most unders this year, and so they don't give up a lot of points. Harbaugh on the road has a decent record, 8-6 in the playoffs. The Ravens are 0-2 against the spread versus teams with a winning record, but they're 7-1 against the spread in 8 road playoff games, man. But the Bengals are 5-0-1 in their last 6 January games against the spread. So I don't know here, Architect. What you got, man?
I'm taking the Bengals. I like Bengals coming in. I believe they're on a 5 or 6 game win streak to end the year.
7 for me.
Yeah, see, even better. They ended off the year beating the Ravens. So I mean, just to play them a third time right then and there, and Lamar's not playing. I don't care how good the defense is without your true leader. And if they're playing Anthony Brown again, who came off a game where he just threw 2 picks, I mean, it's basically Cincinnati's game to lose for me. You know what I'm saying? So I'm rolling with them. I'm rolling with Cincy.
Okay. All right. Raider lady, who you like?
Oh, man, I'm riding with Macaulay Culkin. Oh, man. Joe Cool. It's not much I don't like about their quarterback, their whole situation, how they run that offense. Huntley's playing. He's playing. If I'm not mistaken, I think he's a Pro Bowl alternate. I don't know.
He is.
Right?
Yeah.
Isn't that wild?
That's crazy.
But
no, he really is.
Now I know what y'all about to say. I'm about to say some real blasphemous,
real blasphemous. Gonna say. Go ahead.
You already know. I told you. You heard me say it. I said he ain't much different than Lamar.
I mean, they're best friends. They've been playing together since they was kids. So
right. So that's gonna be a heck of a situation later. But no, I got the Bengals all day though. I just like that team, man. But that man is a Pro Bowler.
Wow, I didn't know that. Wow.
Yeah.
Ready, Mike? You going out on the edge?
Ain't nobody going out on the edge on that one. I've always liked Joe Burrow. I like Joe Burrow when he's at LSU. I like Joe Burrow now. He got it. What some quarterbacks don't have, and they've been playing longer than him, he got it. He had it. He might take this team back to the Super Bowl. I would not be surprised. I'm not counting them out. I think he may take them back to the Super Bowl if Buffalo don't stop them, because I think they can beat Kansas City. Buffalo will be the harder team for them to beat going over there in that cold. No, I'm gonna take the Bingo Bangos, and I just figure that the only thing he just better stay away from pick 6 Marcus Peters. Just stay away from him. Get you a pick 6. You throw it over there enough time, he's gonna pick you off.
Yeah, man.
Stay away from Peters.
I got that one too.
I got the Bingo.
All that same old thing. I'm going with the Bengals. If Lamar was playing, I probably would go with the Ravens, man. Tell the truth, because I just think, man, Harbaugh, he's a great playoff coach. That dude, he knows how to win in the playoffs. Lamar's a winner. He finds ways also, but without him, Huntley, he's a nice clone, but he's not the original recipe. You know what I'm saying? Like, they need that original recipe to get up in there. And
Original spices.
Yeah, man. Got them knockoff spices.
Gotta get them 11 herbs and spices. You can't put none of that Walmart spice on there. Put some of that all base, some of the good stuff on there.
Yeah, man. Just, and the Ravens haven't scored more than 20 points since Lamar's been out, man. So they just can't score. But the good thing for them, that will just not make it a blowout is their defense, since they got Roquan Smith that's just been playing like Ravens defense. So
I think there is some stat that just came out that's like it's only him and Ray Lewis have recorded like something in consecutive seasons.
So they got Roquan Smith too. I thought
they just paid him too.
They just paid him $100 million for 5 years.
Yep.
Well, he cashed out. He got cashed.
Yeah, man. So all right. So now we come to the Cowboys -2.5, visiting the Buccaneers, man. Cowboys, number 11th ranked offense, 12th ranked defense. Buccaneers, 15th ranked offense, 9th ranked defense. Now, Tom Brady, or look, I put Tom Brady, I put TB, but I meant Tampa Bay. They are the worst team in the NFL against the spread. They were 4-12-1 this year. And the Cowboys, they're tied for the second longest playoff streak lost on the road in NFL history with 8 in a row. And Brady's 7-0 versus the Cowboys. He's 3-0 versus Dak, man. And Cowboys 0-4 in their last 4 playoff games against the spread. Road team is 4-0 against the spread in the last 4 between these two teams. All right, man. Raider Mike, who you liking this one, man?
I thought you was gonna be bold enough to say, but I'm gonna tell you like this. I know Dallas laid that egg Sunday. They stunk. That was a sticky egg that got laid on Sunday. But an 8-9 team should not beat a 12-5 team. I just find it hard, and I think this is where Dak gets his validation this week, because he hadn't been playing that good every game. Some games he played pretty good, but I think he'll bounce back. It's a lot at stake. Dallas clearly has the most talented team right now. Tampa Bay is wounded and beat up, and I'll take the Cowboys. Tom Brady, not this time. Because Parsons is going to be on your back. With that offensive line, they get pressure on him. It's a wrap.
Yeah, man. Like to hear that. Architect. Who you like, man?
I love you, Pops. But I think Tom Brady stays undefeated against y'all.
I knew it.
All they had to do was get Tom Brady to the dance, and he gonna show y'all how to tango. That's just how I feel.
All right. Raider lady.
Yeah, Cowboys. I don't know. I don't know if they believe in Dak. I don't know. I'm looking for an outside in. Some of the times he get off that sitting on that ground, he just don't look right sometimes. It's like, I don't know. I hope he's not second guessing himself. I don't know. That's the big thing with me. He got whooped last week in a way that they shouldn't have lost. And to me, they going up against the second best passing offense in football. Old man Tom got them number 2 in passing attack. He's one of the few quarterbacks who you can just let loose and throw it 50, 60 times. And he'll beat you. He'll beat you. And he'll let you come and smash him in the face. All that good stuff at his old age. He doesn't have a running game, though. He doesn't have a running game. In playoff time, you got to be able to run the ball just a little. Just a little. I don't know what Leonard Fournette got left in that test. They are dead last in rushing. So for them to be doing what they doing, to me, is a miracle.
Yeah.
I don't even know how they got in. You know what I'm saying? Like, for real.
They got
So,
him by the fault of everybody else being worse than him.
right.
All
So
I'm saying, last time Leonard Fournette rushed for over 100 yards, he played the Cowboys.
I was against the Cowboys.
It was against the Cowboys, yeah, this season.
But with all that being said, I'm taking Tampa Bay. I'm still taking Tampa Bay. I'm taking Tampa Bay because when the lights are brightest, man, the cream gets there. You like you gotta put him out. You gotta beat him. And I don't know. I don't know if I can give this quarterback versus quarterback. I'm going with the OG in this game.
Okay, I see. But you know, there is only one person in the history of sports who is undefeated, and it is Father Time. And time's up, man. Time's up. I've watched Thomas all year, and it ain't the same. He ain't the same Tom. You know, I've seen him curl up a little quicker than he usually does. He, like you said, he's known to take that last second to take that hit to the face and, you know, get that completion. It ain't been that way this year. Now, when they played the Panthers and they had just thrown the ball all over the yard, man, there was no pass rush. That man, he was able to sit back in that pocket for 5 seconds to find freaking, what's the name, Evans out there. And he's not going to have that kind of time against the Cowboys. With number one sack defense in the NFL, I believe, against that beat-up line, although they have 2 linemen coming back for the game. I think Wirfs and somebody else, they're coming back. But it's going to be their first game back. I've been through this with the linemen coming back for their first game with the Cowboys. All it takes is one little off hit here or there, and then they're out again. I've seen it, and from what I understand, these guys aren't coming back 100% healthy. They're coming back Band-Aid up, you know what I mean, shot up, and they hope to play the whole game. So with them not being able to stand up against the pressure, not being able to run the ball, their defense is not the same as it usually is. I'm looking at the Cowboys to get this victory, man. I mean, this ain't me either, because believe me, my dream was like, all right, forget it. Let's lose this game, fire McCarthy, and get Peyton as our next coach. that was my master plan. But I think we can get this one, man. Tom, this ain't the same time with the Patriots, you know, so I think we can get them, you know. And with that said, that's it for this week, y'all. You know, let everybody sign off, and then we'll be back. See what's going down. I'm gonna be one sad cat, maybe happy.
Oh, well, we'll find out. But anyway, this is your boy Raider Mike signing off with the fist. And we'll see what happens.
All right. Raider Lady signing out, man. As the season winds down, the NFL season, we look forward to it. We'll do it again next Thursday.
Yeah, it's your boy, the Young Architect, man. I appreciate everybody tuning in. You know, hopefully I come out on top one more time. You feel me? But until then, I'll catch y'all next week.
Yes. Big G signing off until next week. Remember, like, share, subscribe. Join us again. It's coming down to the payoff, y'all. Trying to see who's going to the ball. Oh, you know what? Before we go, let's do this. Let's everybody get their Super Bowl picks, man. Who's going to be? We just starting the playoffs. Nobody's seen any action. Let's get everybody's pick from the AFC and the NFC Super Bowl.
Okay.
I'll go first. I will say I think it's going to be, unfortunately, I think it's going to be a rematch from years of the past. I think it's going to be Bengals-Niners, man.
Oh, Bengals-Niners. Okay.
I think it might be Bengals 49ers myself. Let's see, Raider Lady, who you like in the Super Bowl?
Oh, as much as it painstakes me to say that San Francisco could possibly go again, I'm not, because they won't. I do. The surprise team, like, I'm riding with the Philly out of the NFC.
Okay.
Yeah. Either Philly, my backup is the Vikings, so Philly Vikings, but Philly first. And out of the AFC, unfortunately, Mahomes. Until you show me otherwise, only person I know who does not fear him for real to me is Joe Burrow.
Yeah.
Joe Burrow rises
Joe
to
Burrow.
the occasion.
Yeah.
Man, but I have a KC, so it's KC versus Philly.
Okay. Ready, Mike?
Well, we're gonna go with Tampa Bay now. Hell no. I'm gonna go with, I mean, the 49ers do got a shot, but I just, that rookie, I'm just, somebody gonna stop the train at some point during this playoffs. Not the first game. Somebody gonna stop the train. I'm gonna say my picks are, shit, the NFC is, it's either Niners or the Eagles. And I'm gonna go Buffalo versus the Eagles.
Okay.
That's what I'm just, we gotta liven this up.
Okay. Architect. I know I'm about to get some off the wall here.
I don't know. To be honest, for me in the NFC, I can't really pick between Philly and Frisco. I'm leaning towards Frisco, so I'm gonna go with them. Just because of that defense, and don't get me wrong, like I said, I was like Jalen Hurts season and all that, but I don't know. I feel like against that defense, he's gonna struggle a little bit because I don't necessarily know how their O-line is gonna hold up. And then for the AFC, man, I mean, I got it written down right here. I'm like, does Mahomes solidify himself? Do the Bills break that curse? Does Cincy get revenge? You know what I'm saying?
Since he already got him.
For me, I'm gonna say Cincinnati finishes what they started. So I'm gonna go. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna go with you on this one. I'm gonna go Niners, Cincinnati.
Okay.
Nah.
Real quick, no explanations. Who's gonna be the champ? I say Bengals. Raider lady.
Kansas City.
Jeez. Ready, Mike.
Buffalo Bills.
Architect.
Niners.
Okay. So there it is. I'm gonna hold on to this, and we're gonna see who came the closest. You know that